Xoan singers are required to dance very skillfully. For example, their bodies and hands have to be lissom. They are not allowed to let wine pour out of the cups, although they hold the cups full of wine, turn their bodies upward, or rotate their hands. With the role of inviting people for wishing them longevity at the beginning of the year, many villagers often request Xoan singers to perform this melody many times in the night parties at village communal houses. Xoan singers will not normally refuse because they want to receive a lot of lucky money, which wishes them good health and wealth. To finish Xoan performance nights, singers and village men will perform two melodies, Khai Hui and Mo Ka. Khai Hui and Mo Ka are the most welcomed melodies by village men in Xoan performance nights. Performing these melodies, they can sing love expression sentences and perform manly dances, for example, groping, catching, touching, or pressing, and then they find chances to touch Xoan singers. People make the same formation in Khai Hui and Mo Ka. In Khai Hui, singers hold the hands of each other to create 5 petals surrounding village men, who stand in the middle of the circle and are considered the stamens, while Xoan singers form a circle as a net, encircling village men, fishes, in the middle of the Mo Ka. When performing Khai Hui, petals sometimes close as if they embrace the stamens, or sometimes they bloom for the stamens rising upright, and then the petals gradually close. It looks like the scene attracts bees and butterflies. When performing Mo Ka, singers clap their hands and sing the sentence La vong vong tup tum vong. The lyrics imitate the sound of the rice drum, as if the challenge of males shows their ability of drawing up the net. The young men stamp, grope, and sing Dang liek hai la dang le, gong zum ang kung ang de ziek zo. After finishing the singing sentence, they rush forward to embrace the singers. The singers promptly ward them off. In an instant, the singers turn into fish. Young village men turn into the fishers. That means the fish changes into fisher, and the net changes into the fish. The inflexible logic, fish must be the fish, net must be the net, is broken. The challenging lyric of the net, the singers, is sung La vong vong tup tum vong. The young men stamp their feet, swing their arms, and rush forward to grope or touch the net. The tune is performed more and more ebulliently. The most ebullient moment is when the singers and young men do not have enough breath to sing. The villagers will sing, and their voice resound in the whole village communal house for the singers and young men to continue dancing. Mo Ka is the most ancient tune of the Viet people handed down up to now. It does not only have the value of collective singing, dancing art, but it also has a lot of historical, cultural value in the Viet in Van Lang. Ending the tune is to catch the fish to offer the deity. Depending on the custom of each village communal house, the fish caught by the performer of Mo Ka to offer the deity will be a male or a female. The music of Xoan singing is mainly composed based on 3-note or 4-note scale. Its melody is common and does not have many ornamental notes. It can be considered as the geometry layout in the ancient pottery. The singing voice closes to the speaking voice, and it does not have a close regulation of vocal music. In order to perform a song of Xoan singing in the phase of singing with the formation in vertical lines, people divide the song into 2 parts, the performance of the instrumentalists and the performance of the singer. The instrumentalist performs the lyrics and the main melody of the song is called as Hát Xoan. When singing Hát Xoan, he must stand neatly beside the pillar of the village communal house in front of the altar, holding the book in hand without dancing. Singers stand in horizontal lines opposite the altar, dancing and singing with the repeat of the words at the end of the sentence or of the phrase of the instrumentalist's song. Sometimes, in some songs, the singer sings an expletive phrase. This expletive one replaces for the musical phrase which links the singing phrases of the instrumentalist. Such a way of singing of the singer is called Hát Xoan. The voice of Xoan of the singer is often separate from the voice of Xoan of the instrumentalist at the 4th interval. People do not use definite instruments in Hát Xoan. They only use a small drum covered with leather on the 2 drum heads and some bamboo clappers. In performance, the player beats the drum and clappers in accordance with the rhythm of melodies. When singing at the village communal house, there is one more big drum called a chom kai or chom ding, a ding drum. It is put at the place of the village notables. The drum frame is 60 centimeters in height. The drum head is about 40 centimeters in width. The person who plays the ding drum is also called the kam cho. However, the drum is only played at the beginning of a tune in order for the instrumentalists and singers to prepare before the performance, or it is played to end excessive actions while young men are singing and dancing with Xoan singers. In Xoan performance, dancing plays an important role. It creates a specific mode of performance for this kind of art. There is hardly a tune that does not have dance while performing. Like the music, dancing in Hát Xoan just takes place in some model movements. Depending on the content of the lyrics, such model will change to be suitable. If someone is not the insider or is not an expert on Xoan singing, he or she will find it difficult to recognize the change of dancing movements models. The most recognizable feature is the movement of formation. Beginning is always a horizontal lineup or 2 vertical ones. From that, it gradually turns into 2 horizontal lineup, 4 horizontal lineup, and into different circle lineup. When the lineup changes, singers still keep intact, or changes the movement of the hands and the legs just a little. Maybe due to the above factors of music and dance, researchers today list Xoan singing into the most ancient musical culture of the Viet people. That thinking can be true, but there is not real historical evidence or thorough researching works on musicology that make us be still in doubt. However, Viet people have been aware of their origin and ancestors since very early times. The proof is evident in mythologies as well as worshipping forms of those mythological characters at temples in the pre-Lý dynasty. It is probable that Xoan singing was born at the same time with the appearance of the temples. If it is right, Xoan singing has penetrated into the people in Van Lang land for 1,500 years, with many ups and downs, development and self-perfection. Singing for expressing gratitude to great king. Nowadays, getting the high support of the whole community, Xoan singing will be restored.
Hát xoan là một cái nghệ thuật rất độc đáo. Nó có cái không gian riêng, có niêm luật chặt chẽ và là một cái nghệ thuật đa nghệ thuật, bao gồm cả hát, cả múa, cả diễn. Chúng tôi định ra một cái kế hoạch cho 10 năm, hoạch định được một cái chính sách bảo vệ tôn tạo hát xoan trong một cái phạm vi dài. Đi cùng với cái việc xây dựng cái đội ngũ nghệ nhân, với việc quảng bá nội dung, với việc đưa vào trường học, thì cái việc xây dựng các cái cơ sở vật chất, tức là tái tạo lại cái không gian vật chất để mà hát xoan có điều kiện để thể hiện cách đầy đủ những cái nội dung giá trị nghệ thuật của nó và trở thành hoạt động thường xuyên hàng năm trong các cái dịp lễ hội truyền thống, đặc biệt là gắn với cái Dỗ Tổ Hùng Vương. Cái việc đầu tư phát triển rồi gìn giữ những cái bản sắc riêng trong văn hóa đất tổ, trong đó đặc biệt là hát xoan sẽ được coi là một trong những cái đề án không chỉ có ý nghĩa mặt xã hội mà còn có ý nghĩa kinh tế, tạo ra cái nguồn tài nguyên để phục vụ cho cái phát triển du lịch và đưa du lịch trở thành ngành kinh tế mũi nhọn tỉnh Phú Thọ.
Xoan singing, it is really a live artistic museum.